Hello, 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 hello. YouTube, Facebook, Queen of Credit here. Come in, hit the like button if you're on Facebook watching, and make sure you hit the turn on notification button on your Facebook page. I love your digital love, Miss Tammy, because it goes from lime green to red, and it's like the fourth, it's like fireworks, so I like that. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Hello, there you go. Thanks for the digital love. Make sure you subscribe to this channel on YouTube, and right next to just subscribe button, right, hit that bell, that notification. Thank you for the digital love. Will let you know whenever I upload a video. So this, hello, Jay. What's going on, Jay? What's going on? Thank you for the digital love. Thank you so much. And I have a drive. So I want to make this video real quick. If you all saw, I always, a mecation is when I have to take some time for me, and I also have to take some time for business, right? So I'm on my next business appointment, so I'm on a mecation. You all ever heard of mecation? If you have, put mecation in the comments, right? Take some time for yourself. I went to, you're already subscribed. All right, thanks, Jay, for being a faithful subscriber on the Queen of Credit YouTube channel, right? A mecation. I saw Chris Tucker last night coming to show, man. It was really good. If you all haven't saw Chris Tucker live, you should definitely see him live, right? Mecation, that's what's up, Jay. You got that right. How many of you all take a mecation, right? So let's talk about your financial education or your financial situation, right, in the midst of your mecation. Why you need to get in debt, right, to get more cash in your life, right, more cash in your life and a higher credit score, right? Why you need to get in debt to get more cash in your life and a higher credit score? Well, actually, my pastor posted some really good posts on Facebook, and it really inspired this video that I'm making. One of the posts was about the article that 1 out of 4 Americans have $400 of emergency savings, right, in their savings account. So you all keep showing me the digital love because I'm driving, but it's on a rural road, so I don't know how my phone reception will be. So let me know if you all can still hear me, if you're still tuned in. And so the first article stated that 1 out of 4 Americans have $400 in emergency savings. In case of it. Okay, thank you for the digital love. I love that. In case of an emergency. Now, let me tell you why really the banks are, thank you so much for the digital love, Miss Tammy. Why the banks are really, thank you, Jay, are really thank you, Miss Brown, for the digital love. Dr. Brown, how are you? Let me tell you why the banks are really pushing that article about 1 out of 4 Americans don't have $400 in emergency savings account. Let me tell you this. I may have some visual demonstrations for you, right? Because I love teaching. So, yeah, I have some $1 bills. I don't keep cash that much. I keep credit. I have stacks of credit cards, and I use them wisely. Thank you so much. So, okay, for this $1 bill, let me keep my eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel, but I am on a very rural road, not much traffic, but I still need to drive careful. So for every $1 bill, right, that you deposit into the banks, every $1 bill that you put or deposit in the banks, they print out 10 times of these for lending power, right? So you deposit, now I don't have 10 ones, but let's just use your imagination. Let's just say you think these are 10 $1 bills, right? Okay, so you deposit one, they lend out 10. So then this gives them more lending lending power, right? It gives them more lending power. Now, you are going to have to just stay tuned in and stay with me, because this is not your traditional teaching, right? This is not what the real strategies behind why people are struggling financially that you won't hear. So you put in 1, they push out 10. That gives them lending power for people that wants to get loans. See, that's the real concept of them pushing banks, pushing the American dreams of to buy a home, right? Even though, for example, if you have a 30-year mortgage, 15 of those years are going to be in paying interest back, right? Not for the purchase power of the home, for more purchasing power of the home for the banks. And then you got your property taxes, you got your realtor commissions, all of that comes in thousands and thousands of dollars to be a home buyer. So the banks had to have a product, right? A product to lend money out so they can get thousands and thousands back from consumers like you and I. So they said, we need a product. So what's the product, right? We don't want these people being renters. We want these people being home buyers. So we are going to make a product. We're going to make homes. We're going to sell homes. And then we're going to upcharge 100% on what they pay us back for the price of owning or trying to own a home. Now, am I against being a home buyer? No, I'm not against that, but I'm telling you how the system is set up, right? So you can know how to play the game, right? This is credit and cash flow consulting with a financial game plan. So if you don't, you have to learn how to play the game. So what do? Well, you do like me. You use your credit, right? Let me show you. You use Chase. If you have a Chase mortgage, or if you have a Wells Fargo, here's a card I just grabbed. You have a Wells Fargo mortgage, and you use a Wells Fargo credit card to cut down what they're charging you to be a home buyer. So you don't pay on a 30-year mortgage or a 15-year mortgage 8 years of interest back or 15 years of interest back to the banks, making the banks rich. What you do is you get you a good credit card like I have, based off your good credit, and at 0% interest on that credit card, you take that money out and you dump it on the principal of that home mortgage. And then you have a plan in place, because you can get 0, 1%, 2%, 3% with good credit cards for up to 12 months, up to 15 months, right? And what you do is, for example, if you have a $5,000 credit limit, you take that $5,000 at 0% interest rate, you dump it, you take it, you make it liquidity. What do I mean by that? Converting credit cards into cash. You get you a bank account. You call up that credit card balance transfer offer, and you say, I want to transfer my $5,000 credit limit into my banking account. Now, they're going to charge you like 3%, which is going to be like $150, but you're going to save thousands and thousands off your mortgage. Now, this is just a word of notice. In this video, I'm giving you free information. If you cannot follow it, then you have to pay for it. Do not message me after this video asking me, well, how do I do this and how do I do this exactly to the T? If you can't catch this information for free, then you're going to have to cash it. Let me say that again. I'll put that in the comments, because that was good. I love alliterations. If you can't catch it, CATCH, you're going to have to cash it. What do I mean by that? So somebody put that in comments for me. If you can't catch it, you're going to have to cash it. CASH. If you can't catch it, you're going to have to cash it. That means if you can't catch this information that I'm throwing at you for free, you emailing me you're going to have to pay for it, right? Because I'm giving it to you for free. Now, if you're saying, well, I'm not in a situation where I can get a 0% credit card, then your first step is to build your credit so you can do this. To have a goal, a reason why you need to do more with your credit than go on a vacation. See, I go on vacations, but I don't, it's not charged to my credit card. That money is money I have to do this, right? You want to use your credit to build cash. Now, a lot of people ask me also, well, how do I, how do I get better credit, right? I don't have the money. I don't have the money to invest in credit repair or restoration services. Well, first of all, you have to get a bigger vision for yourself. What do you want to do with your credit, right? Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Tammy. If you can't catch it, you're going to have to cash it. Get a bigger vision than using credit cards to buy stuff, right? Their article also suggests that people don't have $400 in savings because they are in debt. But what the article does not tell you or share with you, thank you for the digital love, is that people are in debt because they are using credit cards to buy things like groceries, paying for their rent. They're using balance transfer cards to write their rent check, paying for daycare, paying for gas to travel back and forth to work because they are in negative cash flow. They don't have enough money, right, coming into their homes, right? So they have to make up that difference by using credit cards. See, the article doesn't share with you that. So they want to push for people to have savings, emergency savings, and have this fear. But you can use credit cards for emergency savings because they want to be able to lend out more money, and that helps their lending power when you keep money sitting in their banks idle that's earning no interest or little interest. So that's the game that the banks play. So me, I'm not worried about $400 in cash on hand because I got $25,000 of just on my Navy Federal card of a credit limit that I can call Navy Federal, and within 24 hours get that money converted if whatever services I need does not accept cash to my checking account. So I have my money stashed so that it's making more money, people. Do you know what I'm saying? Get what I'm saying? So what can you do? What can you do to prevent yourself, right? What can you do to prevent yourself from being in negative cash flow? So I'm glad you asked. What can I do? I'm living in negative cash flow. I have stopped going to Starbucks. Lord, I have lived a frugal lifestyle. I'm on a strict budget. I can't even have a vacation, right? I can't even take a weekend or a day to enjoy my hard-earned paycheck. So what do I do to get in positive cash flow? The very first thing you can do, Miss Tammy, is within your own paycheck. My most recent testimonial, a young woman is bringing $416 more in her household from her paycheck. No overtime, no promotion, right? Learning my W-4 wealth strategies that I teach, right? So we teach these strategies. It involves her being able to pick up, or him, or who, or you, being able to have more adjustments. Notice I didn't say allowances. More adjustments on your W-4, and that's added to you. Now, if you don't know the difference between adjustments and allowances on the W-4, I'm going to give you some homework assignment. What I want you to do is to Google 2019 W-4, and I want you to stroll all the way down past that line H. That's for your allowances, right? When it says claim 1 for yourself, 2 if you're single, married, head of household. Then you got your child exemptions, and then you have your dependents. I want you to stroll down further than that, even further than the form that you turn into your employer that has your name and address on it and the total allowances you're claiming. And I want you to look at the adjustments, right? If you have a job If you have a job, you are entitled to pick up these adjustments, right? And it's only for me to teach you and show you the strategy and system is only going to be one time of $19.99, and then a monthly ongoing, because you have to keep the system in order to receive the benefits of $34.95. I teach you how to pick up those adjustments, and you would get more money out of your paycheck guaranteed. If you don't, it was a $20 time, you get your refund, you can, but I would take $20 to see. There's nobody that I haven't worked with that has not got a paycheck pay raise, right? So put that in the comments for me, paycheck pay raise. And so another way you can use your credit, right, to get more cash in your life and to build your credit scores. You can simply use those credit cards that got you into bad credit and situation and reverse it, and use those same credit cards to now invest in yourself, getting your credit repaired and restored, right? Use that to invest in you getting your credit restored. See, the number one reason why people lose on investments is because they don't take any edge. Thank you, Miss Tammy. Thank you so much for the participation in Digital Love. Paycheck pay raise. That's right, paycheck pay raise. They don't take any time to invest in their intellectual knowledge and understanding. Look, if you want to be invest in real estate and you want to rent out homes or complex, you need to take some real estate investing classes. If you want to invest in stocks, you need to take some stocks investing classes. If you want to invest in the team of YOU, if you have a skill, a craft, if you want to learn Facebook ads, how to place Facebook ads to increase your business, then you need to invest and pay someone who teaches Facebook ads, right? Thank you for the Digital Love. If you have a business and you need more clients and customers, you need to invest on, okay, how do I do Facebook advertising? How do I improve my marketing for my business, right? And how do you invest if you're in negative cash flow? You use credits. Use credit. Look, I've got a $25,000 Chase Business Inc. credit card, right? That whenever I use that card, it keeps my credit score above a 750 because whatever I use that card for does not show up any type of way on my credit report at all. It is totally separate from my personal credit, right? So if you already have a business, if you're doing landscaping, if you're doing pastries, if you're baking, or if you're barbecuing, or if you're doing detail, right? If you're doing taxes from your home, if you're doing financial education from your home, if whatever, you should have a business credit card. That's the most powerful weapon you can have, right, to get more cash in your life. But the foundation of all of this is credit. The foundation of all of this is credit. Stop letting these banks bamboozle you that you need to have, as Dave Ramsey teach, 6-7 months of your mortgage saved in the bank. They just give them more lending power. Start using your credit cards to pay down your mortgage, like I said earlier in the video, so you won't be paying thousands and thousands back in the house. And then you need to learn how to turn your house from a liability. So Robert Kiyosaki defines a liability as anything that takes money out of your pocket, into an asset, anything that puts money into your pockets. So how do I turn my home from a liability, thank you for the Digital Love, to an asset? Well, you position yourself where a square footage of your home can be used as a business tax deduction for business use. This is all tying into the W4 wealth strategy that I mentioned earlier in the video. So I'll watch this replay, watch the video several times. And then things you're paying for every day, your utilities, your internet, cell phone, things that was just a bill for you, right, becomes an asset for you. right? So it's changing from being a bill, right, to an asset, because now I'm positioning myself to be able to write these things off legally through business tax deduction. At first it was just money going out, but now at the end of the year it's going to be money returning to me, right? Miss Tam, I need you for my personal secretary. Thank you so much. W4 Wealth Strategy. That's why I call it the W4 Wealth Strategy. Stop, just turn your house into an asset. Make it put money back into your pocket. I just told you how much thousands and why the banks use this as a product to make thousands, right? Get your credit score at least a 720 or higher so you can get business credit. So you can qualify that credit that does show on your personal credit report. So now when you see a YouTuber or a Facebooker that's offering a class about wholesale real estate or real estate investing or Facebook ads or marketing or advertising, now you have the capital in that business card to invest in your intellectual knowledge so you can begin to make more money in your life. Then when you make more money, put it in an investment screen that's going to make more money. When you make more money, put it in an investment screen to make more money. And then reduce your income expenses that you have, whether it's because you have bad credit or, like, for example, did you know that my home mortgage, by using this strategy of using the credit cards to pay off my mortgage in 5 to 7 years, my monthly mortgage payment went from $1,356 a month to $1,054 a month. People, that's $300 of cash flow extra, right? Thank you so much, Miss Tammy. I'm gonna say that again. My home mortgage payment, by using my credit cards at 0% interest rate to put toward the principal of my mortgage, went from a monthly payment of $1,356 to $1,054. When I get home, I'm going to put this and show you the screenshot, right? Make more money to make more money. And a lot of that entails you investing in yourself, investing in and taking these classes and courses, right? And some of you may say, well, I don't have a business idea, I don't have a concept. You need the W4 Wealth Strategy, right? Because you can get it as an employee, whether you have your own business idea or you just want to leverage the business that you are enrolled under once you start implementing these strategies, because the business itself teaches you more financial strategies. So if you only join, it's a business kit. If you only join it for education, you're still going to get the same business tax deduction that someone that owns a McDonald's franchise would get by being an employee. See, the name of the game is to keep more of the money you make, right? Ms. Tammy, if you'll put that in there for me. The name, keep more of the money you make. So by me saving $300 on my mortgage, I'm keeping more of the money I make. By me having business tax deductions out of my home, I'm keeping more of the money I make. By me having an 823 and it went to a 775 because I am using my credit cards to pay down the principal, I'm keeping more of the money I make, people. I have 0% interest rate. I use the bank's money to invest in myself and investments. Thank you so much. That will bring me more money in return. So, hey, thank you all for tuning in. I will put my contact information in the comment. I hope you all understand it. I don't care if you have to use a credit card to invest in yourself to get the credit restoration, reversal and repair, or business credit that I offer. But start using credit. If you want to know if you're using your credit card wisely, I say this all the time. Take the things that you purchase with your credit cards and have a yard sale and see how much your customers, right, that come to your yard sale think it's worth. Right? I'm gonna tell you, the best memory you can make with a credit card when you go on vacation is when you don't have to use a credit card to go on vacation. When you have the money to pay outright for your vacation. See, I'm not worried about a bill statement coming 30 days from now from my vacation. That's already paid. So learn how valuable the dollars is, and then ask yourself, how valuable is $1? If me putting $1 into a system going to duplicate 10 more of those, how valuable is it? Thank you so much, Miss Tammy. Thank you. How valuable is that dollar? If when I put one in, 10 more can be printed out. That lessens the value of this. See, anything valuable, like what's those high class vehicles, Bentleys, they make certain amount every year because they want to make the availability of them scarce, because they want to keep them valuable. They want to keep them high market. Anytime you produce things by the thousands and you're able to just lend it out by the thousand, it makes it less valuable and less scarce. And then the prices of everything increases, which make it's called inflation, which makes it even more or less valuable, right? You see gas prices increasing, daycare, groceries, right? So don't get caught in that you need to save your money in the bank. That's all for what, right? You're saving and you're not earning interest on it, and it's depreciating by the second. What you need to do is have you a plan in place for financial emergencies, which is keeping your credit high, right? I'm not saying not to ever have cash on hand, because you still use cash to exchange for goods and services. You can still use cash to go to the grocery store. You have a reasonable amount on hand, but just understand why these articles are out and why banks want you to put money into the banks. Understand the purpose of that. Me personally, I prefer credit unions over the banks. Why? Because credit unions give a higher credit card limits. Navy Federal $25,000, PenFed $15,000. They give you lower interest rate on mortgages and vehicle loans. So I prefer credit unions over banks anyway. And credit unions during recession lend out more money, because the banks really start cherry picking when the economy turns bad, right? They only have a certain amount of people, or a select amount of people who credit matches up, that they will lend that money to. So it's not as easily to get lending during financial crisis through banks. But credit unions lend to their members. It's not owned by their stockholders, right? And so there's so many advantages of being a member of a credit union. You definitely need to do that. And if you're going to stack, even though, that empowers the credit unions to more purchasing power too, but you get so much better benefits in return when you do business with credit unions. So I hope this will help you. I'm at my destination now, so I want to do this quick video. Start with your credit. Your credit can help you save thousands, whether it's on your home mortgage, whether it's on those loans, or whether it's able to use other people's money. Look, if you're going to invest in something, right, I would rather let me thank you for the digital love. Let me see what words I'm trying to say. The investment risk is much lower when you're using the bank's money to invest versus using your own, right? In other words, if I had $50,000 cash, I would get with someone to see how I can put that $50,000 in a safe holding so it can grow at 8 or 15% interest to bring me more money, versus taking my $50,000 and buying maybe a fix or flipper home. I would go use the bank's money at 0.1%, because hey, if the real estate deals go south, then your money is at no loss. You still have your cash, right? Doesn't that make sense? If that makes sense to you, all the people that's on live, thank you so much. Put makes sense, right? Put makes sense. See, when people gamble with their cash is when they go to the casino. You putting your cash money into those slot machines, you're pulling the lever or whatever, you're gambling because you don't know if you're going to get a higher rate of return. But when you use credit cards or the bank's money, and if it goes south, then you still have your money somewhere growing, right? what can happen if you know, really think about what are the consequences. You get a charge off on your credit report as a result. You can get a charge off on. If they send it to income for you at a 1099, there are ways, tax strategies, where you're not even taxed on that write-off because they use it as a tax write-off. So hey, Queen of Credit here. This is a great Saturday. I'm signing off. Glad to help you get your credit fixed today. Also, if you had debt collectors debt, you get debt collection debt in the mail. Thank you so much. Let's see who it is. Miss Griffin, thank you so much for Make Sense. If you have letters for debt collectors and you want to save, let me dispute those debt collectors. I dispute those. It's permanent. They don't ever purchase the required paperwork to collect from you legally. You can save yourself hundreds and thousands of dollars. You want to inquire me about business credit funding, then hit me up for business credit funding as well. Personal credit consultation service to improve your personal credit score. And what else do I do? W4 Wealth cash flow strategies. I have to remember, if you want to get more money out of your paycheck, right? So you can pay down bad debt. You can use debt in a bad way, but you can also use it in a good way. Then connect with me as well. I do all of that. Queen of Credit, cash flow, collections, and that's it. I'm signing off, you all. Have a great day.